Hello. Good morning. Is it morning? Is it still morning? What time is it? 12:09. Okay, it's not morning. It's just past midday. Uh, I did wake up pretty early this morning and I went to sleep about, I don't know, 2 a.m., which is early for me. And I woke up at 7, so I got 5 hours of sleep. Which is reasonable, and I don't feel terrible because I did have a cup of caffeinated coffee this morning, which I don't do very often because I can't handle a lot of caffeine. But hey, look, I have a little Christmas reindeer headband. Look how cute that is. It's got a little sparkly ear reindeer. I've been wanting one like that, and they were selling them at our local Kmart for $3, and it was so cute. So if any of you have watched my animal headband like haul try on video, you know I like my headbands. And anyway, so I want to wear it. I'll take it off at some point. But so you would have watched, if you've watched my perfume videos, you know that I really like my perfumes, and I'm a giant scent nerd. And then I joined these couple of fragrance groups on Facebook, and I just went down this ginormous rabbit hole, which is so much fun, and I'm having a blast. Okay, so anyway, I'm learning a lot about fragrance, which I really enjoy, and it's kind of like a nerdy thing for me because I like to go deep when I'm interested in something and I'm passionate about something. And I'm finding that I like layering my perfumes with a shea butter, like a perfume solid. I know a lot of people talk about layering their perfumes, and they do the body oil and the body lotion and the creams and blah blah blah, and then they spray a gajillion perfumes on top of them. I mean, some of these people, particularly in the American fragrance groups, they are hardcore with their layering, and I'm not like that. I kind of like to just wear like one fragrance and smell what I want to smell. But I do find that some fragrances can be a little bit harsh, or just a little bit, what do you call that? Zingy for me. Whereas I tend to like slightly softer scents, maybe not soft, but sort of more sweeter, vanilla-y, gourmand, but I also like spicy scents, things like that. And some things I really like, but I kind of like them to be sort of just softened a bit. And I recently discovered that I really enjoy using a perfume solid as a base. And I'm not talking about something very strong. I'm not talking about something very, that throws off a lot of scent. So it's just a very light, barely there. But what I like about a perfume solid is that it's usually made with a lot of waxes and things like shea butter and coconut oil, which is one very emollient. But for some reason, shea butter and something that's sort of like on the waxier, thicker side tends to hold on to the scent and the perfume a lot better on me. So I really like it as a perfume base. And I have this tiny little pot of L'Occitane shea butter. It's 100% shea butter, and I'm almost out of it. And it's okay. I don't love it. And it's unscented. Okay. It's not unscented. It smells like shea butter, which is sort of like a soft, slightly buttery, sweet, creamy scent, but not loud, not, strong, just very subtle. But I don't like the shea butter, this shea butter, and I don't like the texture, and for some reason I'm not crazy about it. So I like to DIY some things. And if I can, I like to try to make something myself. And anyway, so I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to make my own perfume solid or perfume base. So what I did was I got some 100% raw organic shea butter, and I decided to make my own perfume base, perfume solid base. And it's predominantly shea butter, a little bit of coconut oil, you know, just to make it a little more emollient, and then a perfume or fragrance oil for the scent. And I made a vanilla one. It's a slightly vanilla, but the scent is very subtle. So it smells sort of more shea butter, but with a hint of vanilla. And I want to experiment more and maybe do like a spicy vanilla, a sweet vanilla, a I don't know, gourmand vanilla, but the scent is very subtle. So it looks something like that. I made this myself. I've got a big pot that's pretty much full, and that's about 8 grams, and it's just a leftover pot I'm using at the moment because I'm testing it out and testing the formula, but it's turned out really nice. And then it's just this you know, shea butter solid, and it's a perfume solid, and it's a perfume base for me, which is what I use it for. And you don't need much. I mean, you're not moisturizing your whole body with it, okay? You're just putting down enough somewhere where you apply your perfume. So all I'm doing is I'm using like that much. It's only, you know, and all I do is I scrape it out. You can use your finger. I like to use a little mini spatula because hygiene. And what I do is, because I normally in the summertime just like to wear my perfume on my arm, all I'm doing is just, you know, putting it on my arm. I don't know if you can see, I'll try to get up close, but you see on the warmth of your hand, your arm, it does start to melt, and it just melts into your skin really, really easily. And it just rubs right in. You know, it has the benefit of being very moisturizing. It's 100% shea butter and organic, you know, virgin, whatever, coconut oil. So it's, you know, very, very emollient, and it's good for you. I mean, if you're allergic to any of those things, then, you know, and or fragrance, that's not going to work. But I tend to be fortunate in that I'm not, you know, allergic to coconut oil or shea butter or fragrance. And it just rubs in really easily, and it does smell like shea butter and vanilla, and it's very, very subtle. And you're not gonna, like, I can't smell it from this distance. I have to bring it up to my nose to smell it. And you don't want it, well, I don't want it to be, you know, wafting up at my nose, because I'm not looking for something that's beast mode. I just want something to create a base for my perfume so that my perfume will stick. And anyway, so on this arm, I'm wearing a little sample of a Prada something or other I found that I wanted to use up because it only had like 1 or 2 sprays left. And it's the Luna Rosa, Luna something. Anyway, it's not my thing. It's kind of, it's hard to describe. It kind of smells like just every other perfume to me. There's nothing that jumps out from it that I find particularly unique. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look up the notes so that at least I'm not talking through my hat or my headband. Prada Luna Rosa. There we go. And it's just Prada Luna Rosa. It doesn't say black, ocean, sport. Oh, there's so many of them. Here we go. Prada Luna Rosa. Oh, it's for men. Well, that would explain, that's it there. That would explain why it's very I don't want to call it spicy, but it's got that quality that makes me think, you know, it's not a intentionally feminine perfume. But I'll wear anything as long as it smells nice. I'm not fussed about its so-called, you know, masculine or feminine or unisex designation, but it's supposed to be aromatic lavender green. Yeah, it's the lavender and the green that I'm smelling that I'm not crazy about, but it is okay layered on top of the vanilla because it softens it a little bit and it sweetens it a little bit. And it does last longer because this thing lasts, like, it doesn't last long. And I can get, you know, a good few hours out of it. And I'm not one of those people who needs a perfume to last all day, smell all day, and like I don't need a perfume to stay 5, 6, 8, 10, 20 hours on me. I'm quite happy if I can get a perfume for, you know, 5 or 6 hours. If I, you know, kind of bring it up to my arm and I can still smell it, that's nice and that's good enough. But anyway, so this is, I've got that on there, and I've decided that today I am going to layer it with my Zazen. And you guys have heard me talk about the Zazen if you watched my haul from Melbourne that I got my perfumes from. Now, this perfume I love. I love the smell. It brings me back to my childhood, and I get all the feels and all the vibes from it. But the lasting power on this is rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. I mean, it'll last, I don't know, an hour, 2 maybe, and you have to spray a lot of it. And I don't mind because I'm not wearing it to, you know, to go out or anything like that, and I don't need it to project, and I kind of wear it more just because I want to smell my childhood. And I've been wearing it more in the evenings at night, after I wash up and I'm just starting to relax, and I spray some on my pajamas, and you know, and I spray some on myself so I can smell it while I'm sitting in bed reading or working or whatever it is. But so I'm gonna just, I know that was like 4 or 5 sprays, but this is very soft. It's a very soft perfume, and oh, I can smell it now. And the yeah, the lasting power and the projection, no, rubbish. But oh my God, it takes me back to my childhood and the time when I was living with my grandmother, and oh, it just gives me all the feelings. So yes, I love it. It does it does last longer when I layer it. So and the first time I discovered how much I liked layering a perfume solid base on my skin when I was wearing a perfume was when I was trying out a perfume buddy of mine, Carl, shout out to Carl, sent me this little, you know, sample. They call them decants. Can I say we? I'm not that sophisticated and in it, you know. From Rosendo, and it's the Rosendo Mateo number 7. And it's nice, it's spicy, it's kind of slightly floral, slightly spicy, which I really like. But it lasts for crap. I mean, it's got terrible lasting power, and you need a fair bit of it, like, so 3 or 4 sprays, because I have some perfumes that 1 spray and I'll spray it and I'll smell it the next day. This is not one of those, but it's very nice. It's sort of like a slightly sweet rose, but spicy, like different, unique rose. So it's not like the rose your grandmother wore, but it's very sophisticated and very elegant, and I do like it. But it lasts even worse than my Zazen. But so I layered it. I thought, oh, you know, I wonder how it'll do if I layered it with something. And so I put the perfume base, the perfume solid down, and then I sprayed this on it, and it was like, oh, wow, okay. You know, I got like 4 or 5 hours out of it, which is enough for me. You know, I'm happy with that. And that was nice because I'm not in an office environment where I'm out in an office. I work from home, you know, so the only one smelling me is me, or the husband, who half the time doesn't even notice it. And I ask him, oh, what do you think of this smell? It's like, it's fine. You know, I don't care. Like, I asked him to smell the batches, the different vanillas I was going to put into the perfume base, the perfume solid, and he was like, I don't care. Like, just do whatever you want. And I'm like, oh, but yeah, it smells. So I gave him 3 different vanillas to smell, and he was like, they all smell fine. I like them all. Like, but which one do you like better? I don't care. Do whatever you want. I'm like, okay. I picked a slightly spicier vanilla. But yeah, so I thought, you know, and so I'm thinking I might sell them like off my website, and I'm gonna offer some little tiny, you know, sample pots. Let me find a little sample pot, like a little tiny sample pot like that. That's about 2-3 mils worth, which will last. I mean, you saw how little I used, right? Which will last absolutely forever if you don't go ham and you don't put a lot on you. And you're not supposed to, okay? You're not supposed to. It's not a moisturizer. But so, you know, this was left over. That's probably about 2 mils, 2 grams, because I know I weighed this and it's full, and that's got 8 grams or 8 mils in it. And so I'm going to offer to, you know, anyone who's interested in the fragrance group, while I'm sort of still trialing, to get some feedback and things like that, because Steve's no help. You know, if they pay for the postage, I'm happy to send them out a little sample pot to try to get some feedback and, you know, see what they think and see if they like it as I adjust the fragrance and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's not going to be a strong scent, and it's not going to be, you know, very heavy vanilla. You're still probably going to get a little bit of the shea butter coming through, which I like. So it's still going to be like a little creamy, a little buttery with a hint of vanilla, maybe with a hint of spice. And I can, you know, I have a lot of essential oils and fragrance oils from just, you know, other things that I've done in the past, because I DIY a lot of stuff and I'm just a giant nerd. So yeah, I'm gonna offer some. If you're interested, you're watching this and you're interested and you're in Australia, because posting to anywhere outside of Australia is just going to be ridiculous. Drop a comment below, or I've got my email down below. You can email me, and or I'll link it on my website. If I get it up on my website, I can click the link and you can just order one. Sort of, whatever. Kind of depends on, you know, if I get my oh, excuse me, if I get my act together or not. So yeah, that's kind of it. I just wanted to hop on and talk about something that I'm currently geeking out about, because I geek out a lot about a lot of things that I'm interested in or passionate about. And this is the latest thing. So I think I will at some point start selling them if there's enough interest. And some people in the fragrance group have expressed an interest. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. It's just going to be a side hustle. Okay. I still have a day job and it's going to be fun. And I told Steve about it and he was like, that's going to take time away from your job and you're doing billable work and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but it's fun and I want to play. And this is kind of like playtime for me, because there are people in the group who do like decants and perfumes and things like that, like for their job, you know, and to make money and things like that. But this is sort of just something like the chili sauce. Have I told you about my chili sauce? One of these days, remind me, I will make a video and tell you about my chili sauce story, because I do have chili sauce that I sell. So yeah, you know, so that's kind of the thing. And it's not something I plug a lot or anything like that, but it's sort of a kind of a fun thing. And I'm making it for myself anyway. And, you know, a pot like that, oh, what's happening to my voice? A pot like that will last a long time. Oh, I think I need to stop talking. A pot like that will last a long time. So, you know, it's well, I don't know. A pot like that will last me a long time because I don't use a lot. I don't know what other people are gonna do with it. But yes, so I will make some more. When I have some free time later, I'm in the middle of a deadline at the moment. I will make some more. But yeah, so that's what it looks like again. And this is the one I'm using at the moment because there was less than it was left over. But, you know, you can just as easily sort of pick up some, you know, see that finger without, finger with, it's just a little bit shiny. And just, you know, because you don't need much. You just need enough to lay down a layer on your skin. And I have to say, after like rubbing it, it does feel really nice. And it doesn't feel like, I don't like things that are sticky. And this does not feel like sticky on me. And the reason it's not like pure only shea butter and I'm blending it with a little bit, just a little bit of coconut oil and then the fragrance oil or the essential oil is because the combination of the shea butter and the coconut oil for some reason allows the perfume molecules when you spray the perfume on it to absorb and sink into your skin and blend with your skin and then project and last a lot longer than just shea butter on its own. I don't know. That's the way like I've discovered, and I have no idea what the science is behind it. Because, you know, not a scientist, not a cosmetic chemist, not a perfumer, just a hobbyist and an enthusiast. So, oh, say that 10 times fast. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm going to go because I'm just starting to ramble and repeat myself. So, yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.